Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and to some of you, good night. I am George Onyibe, and of course, it's been a wonderful day for me. It's been a moment of sober reflection, calculating on the things I've been able to do well in my life as a person, and looking at the area where I know I have totally failed, simply because I understand that nobody is infallible. But then I focus more on asking God for the grace, the enablement to live by the principles of dignity my father have taught me. But then I think it is high time I remind Nigerians that irrespective of what we individually desire, expect, our hopes and inspiration regarding our dear nation Nigeria, it could only be possible on one condition, and that is when all Nigerians will come out and choose to stand by the side of the truth. You see, Nigerians has high expectation. We expect the politicians to do the right thing. We want to see development of infrastructures, development of human capacity, and of course, making proper use of the God-given, abundant natural resources we have in our land. But these dreams and every effort to get them sink so far, and this is not because of our inability to get things right, but simply because we have a lot of dishonest intellectual people all around. And so we have not all sincerely stood by the truth. But then, one thing must be obvious to all of us. One undeniable truth is that not until we all agree as Nigerians to stand on the path of the truth, believe me, we are in for a very wrong ride. And some believe that through their propaganda, lying and deceit, they will divide Nigeria. Of course, we know the only people who want Nigeria truly to be divided are the only people that are not even talking about the division of Nigeria today. And every other person shouting, divide Nigeria, we all know they are criminals and they are not saying the truth. Because you cannot divide Nigeria by demarketing Nigeria. And this is one truth all of us must have to embrace somewhere along the line. You cannot divide Nigeria by flagging up your own armed group, your own terrorist group, kidnapper and bandit. And this is one truth all of us must come to embrace and accept one day. You cannot divide Nigeria by instigating one ethnic group against another. And this is one truth all of us must come to accept one day. You cannot even divide Nigeria by discrediting the leadership of the day. This is one truth all of us must come to accept one day. And if indeed we understand that our shenanigans, if indeed we understand that all this blackmail, character assassination, propaganda does not have the capacity to divide Nigeria, as most of you claim you want, I want to believe it is hard time we begin to look at issue and then stand by the path of the truth. But until then, if we continue to speak the truth as of when favorable, believe me, like I said, we are just warming up. We've not even started the journey of our one Nigeria. And now let's look at what we are going through as a people. If you look at me, I am an Abo man. I am an Eka man, born and brought up in my place. And before the end of this comment session, you are going to see some Igbo Biafrans who will come out and tell you that this cap belongs to them. They have claimed it already. And that is why I keep talking to our people. If you keep quiet, it's over. Your heritage is your heritage. Your culture is your culture. Your tradition is your tradition, because these are the things that makes up your identity. But why we kept quiet, why we refuse to say the truth as of when necessary, why we refuse to checkmate lies and deceit, everything that we have been taken from us. And they're going to tell you, oh, he says it's not Igbo, he's wearing Igbo cap. This is not Igbo cap. This is a normal cap. And traditionally, we put feather here. And we have other item, regardless that are attached to it. And when we begin to look at the issue of culture and tradition as regarding the people of Eka and the entire Anyoma, we will expatiate more on that. But then there are people who are going behind back doors. They are lying. They are the one robbing Nigeria. They are the one accusing others of robbing Nigeria. They are the one benefiting from one Nigeria. They are the one complaining that Nigeria is bad. They are the one who have worked very hard to drag Nigeria into the mud. But yet they are the one complaining that Nigeria is not doing well. And if you ask them, what do you want? They say, oh, we want to go. But where are they going? Where are they going? And now it is simple. No matter the plan you have tomorrow, no matter the plan you have next year, no matter the plan you're trying to hash, those of you who want to declare Biafra by 2nd of December, and I'm very sure that you have not been able to embrace the truth. And the truth is that you are not ready for the impact. We have to get to a level of maturity where we need to sit down on a round table and tell ourselves the truth. Nobody is bad in Nigeria, and certainly nobody is good. All the ups and downs we are facing as a people is our inability to work in coordinate manner. When the Yoruba man is there, every other ethnic groups under the umbrella of Wazobia will begin to attack Yoruba. If it was not the position we have placed ourselves today, truth be told, Tinubu will understand that being a president of Nigeria is not a day job. By now, he will not come on social media. And I know by now he will be hiding in London, in the UK, or somewhere else. Because the Hausa will descend on him. The Igbos will descend on him. Not because of the fact that he's incompetent, but because he's not one of their own. And so Tinubu, at the end of the day, as a Yoruba man, is going to do everything he had to do. That in his 8 years, his people will see the development he has brought to them, not to us as Nigerians. The truth be told. And now, do I blame Tinubu or do I blame the Yoruba? Because they understand that if they fail to do this, it is going to replicate itself. When the Hausa enters there, they will do the same thing. The Igbo and the Yoruba will gang up against them. Not because of the interest of we, the Nigerians, but it's just because they want their ethnic group to have their full lion share in this project called One Nigeria. And it goes down to the Igbos. And a nation driven with this sentimental mindset, how could they progress? And so we need to go to the level of maturity where we need to calm down and then review the journey so far and tell ourselves the truth. And what is the truth? The truth is before you. The truth is beside you. The truth is near you. And this truth is in you. Just accept that what we need is for all of us to look forward to a candidate with a notable, reputable reputation, rather. A notable reputation. Somebody who has what it takes to lead Nigeria, to pilot the affair of this great nation, unbiased. This is what we need. How can we get such people? And if, for instance, God say the person that can lead Nigeria into the promised land is going to be from Akwa Ibom, and I tell you, he will get no vote. And if he managed to go there, he will see what Goodluck Ebele Jonathan saw. And if, for example, or for instance, a reputable individual, either from the Wazobia, even come out sincerely to lead Nigeria to the next level, he will see what Yaradua saw. Let us tell ourselves the truth. And that truth is for us to agree that the only reason why our refinery has not worked all these years, over 50 years now, our refinery has not worked one day. But over these 50 years, the money that have been invested into this refinery can fund more than 20 African countries. Can fund more than 20 African countries in 10 years. But why would they keep on spending this money on a project they know it will not work? And why will the Senate continually approving fund to be dispatched to this sector? We're not telling ourselves the truth. We're not telling ourselves the truth that our refinery is outdated. It is a Brazilian technology. And even if somehow we manage to repair them, Brazils are not manufacturing the parts of such refineries we have. And so only those who have the template will be able to reproduce this for us. And it is going to be on demand. And that will now lead to more inflation because the cost of maintenance will become so high. And so each time we're crying, why don't we do our refinery? We're telling ourselves that lies. We're not standing by the side of the truth. Because President Ahmed Bola Tinubu knows that we don't need Dangote refinery to meet our need in terms of petroleum product as a country. All he needs is for the Senate to sign a bill and approve the project of modular refinery. And of course, those who have that initiative today are being hunted by the security agencies as directed by the government because they call them oil theft. Is it theft or thief? We have more fire, more bunkering, more fake refined petroleum product in Nigerian market than the supposed imported one. And now, if we were to be sincere to ourselves, why can't the stakeholders, the statesmen of Nigeria, sit down on a round table and tell themselves the truth? Let us stop deceiving our people. Let us approve the creation, the construction of modular refinery across Nigeria. I tell you, the petroleum product as you know today will lose its value completely because we will have it everywhere. And once that issue is addressed, trying to get source of electricity will become a thing of the past. And by now, we are supposed to be striving to introduce a system of self-renewable energy, not trying to import a generator, not trying to think about how to remove subsidy. They are not necessary. Nigerian can only achieve the desired positive change only if we tell ourselves the truth. You look at the academic sector. What impact has those in charge of the Ministry of Education ever made in the past 20 years? Nothing. Recently, the man in charge, the Minister of Education, he has told you his own problem now is once you are not 18 years, you cannot go into university. He's not concerned that we have over 70% of Nigerian graduates who will never be employed all their life. It's not of any concern to him. His own problem is if you are not up to the age of 18, you cannot go into Nigerian university. But then we are here celebrating those achievers on Guinness Book of Record. They tell you the youngest professor is 26 years old. To be the youngest professor, did you go to university at the age of 18? And you begin to hear the greatest mathematician is 18 years old. And to be the greatest mathematician at the age of 18, did you go to university at the age of 18? But of the truth, we have gifted people. We have people whose IQ is so high that they can be in primary 6 and write a master's with exam with those writing for their master's degree and imagine a flying color. Why kill such gift? Why destroy such gift? Let us tell ourselves the truth. Today, we have a cross-section of Nigerians jumping everywhere on social media. They are telling you, oh, everybody is Igbo. Abo is Igbo. Ikwere is Igbo. These Igbo people that say they come from Israel. Be sincere to yourself. If I agree I am Igbo, will it make tribalism to end? Will it make Igbo man to love me? Will it make Ohaneze Igbo and World Igbo Congress to accept me as an Igbo man? Let's be realistic. Even the Biafra agitation, will it stop the cannibalism in the southeast? Will it stop the activity of the unknown gunmen? Is it not obvious to you that Nnamdi Kanu is the worst criminal we have seen in Nigeria than others? And so, on the non-share, what I'm trying to tell you as a Nigerian, in every sector where you find yourself, and you are expecting certain positive change, all of you that are involved in that particular arena, the best thing you can do for yourself is to stand by the truth. Tell yourself the truth. Stand by the original ideology. When you've made mistake, accept your fault. This is why you are human. When things are not going right, acknowledge that things are not going right, and then you make amends. This is why we are human. But then, what do? We pull back, and we begin to shield lies and gossip. We begin to defend lies, just for the benefit of a cross-section of Nigerians. And those are the same people that will expect you, that when I come online, I tell you, Tinubu is a criminal, he's a bad man, he's a evil, he's a Yoruba man. No. We were on that path before. Tinubu is not the problem of Nigeria. And certainly, there is no single leader that has contributed to the problem of Nigeria, other than the single fact that we refuse to tell the truth. There was one time president of Nigeria, known as Sani Abacha. And I'm sure he must have had a very bad record as one of the worst presidents of Nigeria. But let the truth be told, Abacha is not a bad man. Abacha is one of the best presidents Nigeria has ever had. And then the question should be, why is it that every year they are recovering Abacha loot? Abacha loot Nigerian money according to them. That after almost 20 years, they are still recovering Abacha loot. And each time they repatriate Abacha loot or they recover Abacha loot, angels take it, maybe to heaven, and we don't see it again. And let the truth be told, Abacha is not a bad man. Abacha is better than all the politicians who recovered his loot and then divert the same loot. Let's tell ourselves the truth. Let me go down a little bit. I was in a circle of right reverend bishops. They were having their annual meeting. And for some reason, I was with them. And then when my bishop wanted to address the crowd, then they were talking about this Abacha. And my bishop said Abacha is not a bad man. That whatever Abacha has done, that the church are part of the problem. While Abacha decided to do the part he told, he was saying the truth. Another bishop was like, why would you say so? He reminded them the meeting they had with Abacha. On that very night, Abacha took over the government of Nigeria, having carried out this coup. They were all invited in Gordon Barrack, the one in Obalinde. Abacha invited them. My bishop told everybody there that Abacha told them, now I am the head, the president of Nigeria. And certainly he does not know how to go about the whole process. We just have to save Nigeria from herself. And he will need the support of every religious organization, every NGO. He will need the support of every Nigerian to be able to pull through. And so he invited the bishops that are closer when Lagos was the capital of Nigeria, so they can be as a guide to him. He could relate to them all his policies, everything he intended to do. And they were happy. My bishop said that that night at the end of the meeting, they gave them money, as always, brown envelope. He said what happened was that the envelope were not the same size. Some envelope was bigger than some envelope. They put all of them in a train and kept it on the conference desk, which was a very large table. And they expected them to pick one envelope and leave because the meeting was over. And now maybe Abacha had used it to test them. Maybe the ones that are very voluminous were naira, and the ones in tiny envelope were dollars. But all of them certainly were the same amount. But the bishop said, to his greatest dismay, the bishop started dragging the envelope. And this one, do you know I'm archbishop? Do you know I am right reverend? Do you know I am this one? They started dragging the envelope. And they never knew Abacha was looking at them from a surveillance camera. They said that was the first and the last time Abacha invited them to ever have a discussion about Nigeria. Because he truly discovered that these people who just saw money on envelope and behaving like this, if they see the volume of money, they will all lose their mind. And these are some of the things many people don't know about Sani Abacha. But he's gone, he's gone. I do not exonerate him if he has committed any crime. I think the justice system should do their job. But the truth remains that no angel will be able to rule Nigeria until we are ready to tell ourselves the truth. I need you to consider the rubbish happening in Nigeria today by the Igbo Biafra people. Are you telling me what the Igbo Biafra are doing everywhere, disturbing Nigeria, is the best thing? I want us to take it as a reference point. Some group of criminals will come out one day and tell you that they are doing sit at home in their own country. So we that are not from the southwest, we cannot travel because our lives are no longer safe. There is a limit to what the Nigerian security can do in that part. And since we know that the security may not be able to protect us, what do we do? And so a cross-section of Nigerians are holding us hostage in our own country. And no Igbo man is condemning it. But they will be fast to jump here and tell you that it's a hater of Ndibo. But listen to me, God will punish all of you. I have constantly told you, I am your destiny and I'm your doom. No, I need you to check it. Because Nigerian kept quiet, does it mean that sit at home is the right thing to do if you have anything you actually want Nigerian to do for you, thereby frustrating all of us? And of course, those handling the leadership of Nigeria should understand that if this issue is not properly addressed, sooner than expected, every other region will start doing sit at home. I have told them, because we are learning. One day there will be sit at home in the south. We shall see who will suffer for it. Because you believe that southeast is your region. Let us tell our people the truth. No, imagine the Yoruba say there are 6 states or 8 states, they are doing sit at home. No, you can imagine. And these people will come out and tell you Nigeria is bad, Nigeria is this. No. These are just instruments to undermine us as a people. Fela talked about it, but in a different dimension. He said when the politicians want to justify their criminal, when the religious leader want to justify their criminality, when those who are supposed to sanitize the community have erred, what do? You begin to hear them say, my people are useless, my people are hopeless, my people are indisciplined. This is not true. But they want to put the people on the defensive angle by demonizing them. So the crime cannot be seen. Let us tell ourselves the truth. We are Nigerians. And those who want to divide Nigeria know what to do. The earlier we come together, put our heads together, look at the true problem we are facing, and address it holistically or unbiased, my brother, the journey has just begun. And for those of you who are walking side by side with deceit, with manipulation, understand that others are seeing you. And somewhere along the line, everybody will learn from you. And what will it lead to? A further degenerated state. And all of us will suffer much than we have suffered. And I'm sure most of you will be wishing that Buhari was still the one there. But during Buhari time, it looks like we were in here. And I wonder where we are today now. Let's not deceive our people. And those who want to affect this positive change, wherever you find yourself, say the truth. Wherever you find yourself, stand with the truth. But to be able to succeed, you must understand that the truth is naked. The truth is not dressed in a beautiful apparel. There is nothing admirable, there is nothing desirable when it comes to the truth. Because she's naked. She's blind. She does not protect the interest of anyone, but for everyone. You must ready to come out naked. You must ready to be blind to who is before the scale and the just sword of justice. You must do the right thing. And by the time we all begin to speak the truth, believe me, the liars will resist it for a while. But sooner than expected, they will come to terms with this full reality that they cannot go further than they have gone. And so while you are sitting back looking for how to demarcate Nigeria, when you are sitting back looking for how to inherit Ikwere, how to inherit Anyoma, when you are there distorting history, so your people will look as if they are better. My brother, let me tell you the truth. Nigerian cannot go forward. Because there are many truths you want to ignore. I have said it time without number. Bob Marley have prophetically said, not until this philosophy of one race being superior over another is completely rejected and abandoned, there will always be war. But I'm sure you know nothing about this truth. That is why some of you are still doing what you are doing. While we are sleeping, a cross-section of Nigeria are jumping up and down, going to our community on contract. Ebaki is Igbo, Ikwere is Igbo. Benin have inherited everybody. Benin conquered Asia. Asian people are the owner of Benin. Yoruba stole Lagos from Benin. Benin people are Olosho. Oh, Benin don't have sense. Benin is Yahoo Yahoo. Benin have claimed Onitsha. Abo say they are Benin and they cannot speak Benin. We are answering Igbo name. Abo people are answering Igbo name. Ikwere people are answering Igbo name. And they say they are not Igbo. The land that they stay is Igbo land. My brother, tell yourself the truth. Tell yourself the truth. And you know the truth then. I made a post before this one, or maybe before the last one, And I said, the great Obi Ikechukwu of Abo Kingdom is not an Igbo man. All these Igbo people who say they come from Israel, they jump on my comment section. They were saying, you see, Obi is Benin name. Ikechukwu is Benin name. Identity crisis. And they were saying normally it's in their nature to talk rubbish. But I'm learning from them. But let the truth be told. His name is Obi Ikechukwu. And what is the name of his son? And I'm sure if I call the name of the son, you Igbo man will not understand it. And what is the name of the father of Obi Ikechukwu? Have you heard about Obi Mariri? What does it mean in Igbo land? Have you heard about Obi Baleke? What does it mean in Igbo land? In fact, have you heard about Obi Efezomo, the current Obi of Owa? What does Efezomo mean in Igbo? Why are we deceiving our people? Why do we want to tour on the path of life? But we know where you are going to. This is the truth we know. That is why most of you are going to have problem. And that is why Nigeria is having problem. But those who know this truth refuse to stand by this truth. Those who know this truth refuse to caution these liars. Let me look at the name of like 3 prominent Nigerians who are Abo people. The Zenith Bank. His name is Jim Ovia. What does Ovia mean in Igbo? He comes from the royal family of Abo. Abo Kingdom. What does Ovia mean in Igbo? Or he's not Abo man. Okay, he's a Benin man that conquered Abo people. We have another one, these days new paper. Ndoko Obagbena. What does Obagbena mean in Igbo? Oh, he's not Abo man, he's a refugee. We have Ndoka Erabo. Now you will tell me Ndoka is Igbo name. Certainly it's not Igbo name. What does Erabo mean? We used to have Egbane. The Egbane family in Abubi, for instance. What does Egbane mean in Igbo land? And somewhere along the line, because we were building the One Nigerian project, some of us toned down so we can be one. Now you want to inherit us. Tell yourself the truth. The colonial master came. They brought religion. Today I am George. And most of us are already answering English to English name. George Michael, Francis Paul, Peter, Mary. We have Nigerians answering those English to English name already. And then because he's answering Mary John, and then he goes to London or America. America, we say Mary John is America. If you are not America, why are you answering American name? Does it make sense to you? But we know the problem. Some of you will never be relevant in Nigeria until you blackmail. Until you soar on the wings of propaganda and deceit. Some of you will never be relevant until you blame others for your predicament. Some of you think that only when you lie, that is when you will be recognized. You play the blame card. My brother, let us tell ourselves the truth. Let us stand by the truth. And you will see that in the end, the truth does not need defense. All you need to do is let it go. All I'm doing here is releasing the truth. And it's going to haunt most of you, enemies of Nigeria, for a very long time. And of course, this is where I bring the broadcast to an end. Don't forget the topic. It is simple. Not until Nigerians agree to stand by the truth, we may not be able to experience the more positive change that we desire. Don't forget today is my birthday, and I'm still in a birthday mood. I'm just 1 year older. And of course, those who wishing me dead, those who thought I'll be dead by now, I'm going to outlive all of you. This having been said, let's go to the comment section. Let us see what some of these Igbo Biafra people have to tell me, because that is what they do. Let's go there and see them. I see here Samuel Okuri watching from Germany. I greet you, Samuel Okuri. I see Nivi. He say, George Onyibe, where is your Biafra de facto government with Asare? I pity who will trust you. Sabo Nketa. Yes, your name does not make sense. Asare Dokubo is there. Nnamdi Kanu has sent his wife, Uchechi, through Uche Nashebu to beg Asare Dokubo to help him to ginger Nigeria so that he can be released. But that will be the greatest thing Asare Dokubo will do. But since you bring out this issue, let me tell you that the de facto government was the last defense outpost that the Igbo people had to have the moral ground to talk about Biafra. I was in de facto government trying to repair the Igbo integrity that seems irredeemable. But I discovered that the people there are no different from where I was coming to. I was the African rep in IPOB, and I'm grateful to God that I was there, because I would not have believed what I saw myself. And now I'm a testament to the fact that Igbo Biafra people, you trust them on your own peril. We move on to de facto government, trying to correct the menace of Nnamdi Kanu in the southeast. And people like you are still supporting it. My brother, I discovered that in de facto government, it was worse. There is nothing you will do to make the nose of a dog to be white. Did Asari Dokubo not resign and run away? I was the Secretary General. Did Asari Dokubo not run away? I still stayed there. Was it not where the harsh obedient movement? Peter Obi is the next president. Was it not de facto government? You are asking me, where is your de facto government? I was with them. And you see Uchuka for me for. I respect him, because he has not messed up. Without people like Uchuka for me for, I would have been fighting the whole Igbo holistically. And nobody can fault me, because that is what Igbo people do. They tell you all Yoruba people are bad people. Yoruba people are bad. Yoruba people cannot be trusted. Yoruba people are chameleon. Yoruba people are fonja. You do not separate them. But I'm kind. Don't you think so? Talking to only Igbo Biafra criminal like you. Hausa Fulani are the problem of Nigeria. Hausa Fulani do. You generalize it. And so if I generalize it, you do not have the moral ground to judge me. But you see, because of people like Uchuka for me for, I used to respect Obidi Obieno until I discovered that he's losing it, honestly, in as much as I don't want to talk about him. These people saw the evil. They stood by the path of truth. And if they have done any wrong today, it is because they refuse to embrace the truth holistically. Where is Ijele? Ijele was out there telling Ndibo the truth. Where is Ijele? Shamelessly, one pastor Ebuke of Igbo man, who is saying that my people are Ndua Lilili, just like as you are talking rubbish. He betrayed Ijele. You that destroyed your own. Tell me, how can I trust you to save me? You that don't love yourself, how can I trust you to love me? Nivi, or whatever your name is, you should be ashamed. As Igbo man or woman, you don't need to come here and talk to me. Most especially when you are not among those who come from Israel. Atoro, Tofiakwa. Igbo Biafra, the problem of Nigeria. Where is Uchemefo? If everybody was like Uchemefo, and I'm sure there will be no problem. I feel the pain of that man. I saw every effort he made to correct the system. And I witnessed when China Sanguru, they were planning to destroy Uchemefo. And in that meeting, they simply said that Uchemefo is supporting a stranger. And they will treat him like a stranger. And who is that stranger? George Onyibe. And all of us are doing Biafra, Biafra, Biafra. My dear, you should be ashamed. You should be ashamed. Let us go and see if there is any other Igbo criminal here, because they think their lie can be able to destroy Nigeria. No, nobody will be allowed to destroy Nigeria. All of you, you must be one Nigeria. Or Setiana. I see Rabo here. Rabo, God bless you too as well. I have to educate them because they don't have sense. They just jump in, insult people and move on, and they think that is where it will end. When we have not even started. They are all everywhere. I see Don. Don, I greet you from here. Ferdinand, he say, happy glorious birthday. Ferdinand, thank you so much. I appreciate. I see Michael James. He say, you are doing very good. Now, look at this, my brother. His name is Michael James. And he's in Nigeria. And so America or London will start shouting, oh, it's our own. Michael James is America. Michael James is from our village. And maybe Michael James is from Abo. They now begin to shout, oh, Michael James, Abo is America. If not, why is Abo people answering Michael James? Shameless set of criminals. The truth you already know. I was meeting within Nayangodo, somewhere in Enugu. We were hosted by the Ohaneze Ndibo, woman leader worldwide. It was in her residence. A lot of respectable Igbo dignitaries were all there when the issue of how to release Nnamdi Kanu was being discussed. And when everybody introduced themselves, and then I introduced myself as George Onyibe, and that I come from Abo, the woman stood up and said, Biko Kwanu, Ndi Abo I was a Kwandi Igbo. And there were a bit confusion in the house. But they could not walk me out or say they should keep me aside. But I was the one representing Nnamdi Kanu on all fronts as far as African was concerned. And then Nwodo, a very humble man, progressive-minded Igbo man, and everything bad I have said about him, I withdraw all of them, and I'm truly sorry. Of course, I have done that even outside this broadcast. Because the last time I met with him in Professor Ben Wabuze's house, we trashed out all these indifferences among us. And I knew the truth further. It wasn't Nwodo who toned down the whole stuff and pushed that topic away. So this time now, instead of you to answer whether Ndi Abo was a Kwandi Igbo, you are now the one jumping up and down. Oh, Abo is Igbo, Abo is Igbo, Ndiohi. You want to take our land. Don't worry, buy the one you want to buy, collect the one you want to collect, kill the one you want to kill. When the time comes, we shall know who is who. Very shameless set of criminals. You think you can destroy Nigeria? You think this is 1967? I see Bob White. He say if you have job, why, what did he say? Somebody was saying something. If I have job, he say, let's see what he has to say. George Onyibe, one Nigeria. My dear, I'm one Nigeria now. Somebody was trying to say something. Let's see. I cannot get hold of that picture. Samuel Okorie, he say, we Nigerians are tired of Ndibo shenanigan and Biafra nuisance. And that is the truth. That is the truth. So you can drop your insult on the comment section. But we have told you the truth. All this your lie, all this effort, other Igbo Biafra Mugu, you can drop your useless comment. I certainly will respond to you very soon. Who do I see there? I see Osifu. I greet you, Osifu. Why are you here? He say if you have job, why are you here? This is my new job now. Bob White. Is Bob White talking to me actually? I'm not sure Bob White is talking to me because somebody who answers Osifu, they are always progressive-minded people. So let me withdraw what I have said. And I'm sure he's not talking to me anyway. I'm sure he's not talking to me. Great one, Nigeria. I greet all of you. Have a nice day. Let me continue with my birthday celebration.